They are members of the National Unity Platform Leadership Committee in Kaseese district that were meeting as part of our mobilization efforts. They were arrested by police. They were charged with treason and remanded. We find this extremely problematic because we are a political party which should be organizing like all other political parties. We are seeing the NRM, their Secretary General Richard Odong has been moving in various parts of Uganda because in their view they imagine they can convince the people who didn't vote for them to begin to like them. And he's been moving with this team, various parts. And it's okay for them to move around because they are a political party. Just yesterday, we saw the Minister for Kampala, Minsa Kabanda, meeting NRM structures in Kampala. And it's okay for them to be able to meet because they are a political party. We would like the same to happen for NUP. That when our structures are meeting, our mobilizers are meeting in various parts of the country, they should be treated the same way other political parties are treated. That's important because we are a political party, a registered one. We must be able to organize because the laws provide for that. So in that quest, we demand for the immediate release, the immediate unconditional release of these our comrades. They are Bwambale Geoffrey, also known as Western Prince, Mumbere Isaac, Kaseese Brian, and Isande Atonozio. These are NUP leaders in Kaseese who were having a meeting of a small group of them at the home of the NUP district chairperson of Kaseese to put ideas together, to mobilize and all of that. So for them to be arrested and charged with treason is very problematic. You know, it is such things that have caused us to consistently reject Mr. Museveni's schemes to try and sanitize himself using platforms such as iPod. Because this is a registered political party that should be able to organize. But here you are, hounding our leaders, arresting them and charging them with treason. And you remember, it's on the backdrop of him trying to remove bail for capital offenses, treason being one of them. That in not so long a while from now, we shall be at a press conference like this, they will come and arrest us and say they are charging us with treason and there is no bail. So you see Mr. Museveni's clear schemes and plans. So that's why on our part we have rejected to be part of initiatives like iPod, because he'll use it to sanitize himself. Meanwhile, he's clobbering you. Meanwhile, your people are being arrested, fabricated charges, treason, etc., etc., and they are held without bail for days on end. How does Mr. Museveni and others like him expect us as NUP to be part of platforms such as iPod? And yet his regime views political parties like ours as enemies that must be crushed. And then you say, no, please come to iPod so that we talk and discuss and all of that. How? Because you view us as enemies, you view us as prisoners, people, as terrorists and all these different things. But then you expect that we shall come and sanitize you. We have rejected that. So anyhow, we demand for the immediate release, unconditional release of these our comrades. They are doing political work, except if they are saying they have banned the political parties. Then I shouldn't be seeing NRM leaders running around trying to convince people who don't like them to like them. They have a right to go and convince them. Okay? Of course, we know that the people rejected them, but for them to go out and meet people, it is okay. Just like it is okay for us as NUP to do the same. So we demand for the immediate and conditional release of these our comrades. The second issue I would like to talk about, we saw last week police spokesperson Fred Enanga coming out to say that as NUP we were organizing countrywide demonstrations that we are going to start today. You see, either Enanga or his informants have a problem. One of the two, or both of them actually, have got a serious problem. Because you see, as NUP, whatever we do, we announce publicly. Because there's nothing that we do that's not within the law. So everything that we do, we make it public. Because we are operating within the law. Our thinking is that top leaders, whether it be in the police and other security organs, they are broke and they want to get some money. Because normally when they want to get some money from the regime, they will put up a seal. And they will say NUP is planning something. They're planning demonstrations, so please give us money so that we can quell these demonstrations, so that we can buy tear gas and all these different things. So that's what we think. That these leaders within the security organs want to make some money. And Mr. Museveni releases money very easily once he feels my chair is threatened. NUP is planning something, let's release money so that we quell whatever NUP is planning. So I believe they will actually succeed to get some money, because that was their aim. But as NUP, whatever we do, we announce publicly. What we have not announced, we are not part of. Because everything that we do is within the law. That's why we are not afraid to announce everything that we do. The other issue that I would like to talk about is an update on our colleagues, the Honourables Sekirinya and Sewanyana. These comrades, as you know, have been held for a very long time as part of the regime's scheme. Pick up NUP leaders as much as you possibly can, hold on to them for a long time to frustrate them. As of this morning, some of our lawyers have gone to Masaka to again seek bail for these comrades. We believe they are entitled to bail. We believe that most importantly, their health should come before anything else. Because if you are charging somebody with an offense and you want them to go on trial, well, no problem, because none of us is above the law. So if you think I've committed an offense, there's no problem. Let me come to court, charge me, and we deal with this matter. But then my rights should not be abused. Honorable Sekirinya and Honorable Sewanyana are not in good shape, even as we speak today. They need proper treatment, which they're not able to get where they're being held. And our insistence has been and continues to be that these people be released on bail so that they go and access better healthcare, better management. Then they will face trial, because you need people who are alive to face trial. If they die, they cannot face trial. And like we have said several, you remember that Honorable Sekirinya and Honorable Sewanyana are the ones that took themselves to police when they were summoned. They were not arrested in the first place. They saw the summons and said, well, we are law-abiding citizens, let us go. So they came on their own. Why do you then think they are going to run away? These are members of parliament. There's nowhere they are going to run. So if you still have these bogus charges on them, they will go on trial and they will come out victorious. What's important now, as far as we are concerned, is their life. Is that they are alive, in good shape, in good health, to be able to face trial of these bogus charges. Because if they are not alive, then they cannot face trial. So we are hoping that the courts of law will not be intimidated by Mr. Museveni, because that's what he's been doing all the while. He'll make pronouncements and say, no, we shall not grant these people bail. And the judges are listening. And it's possible some of them are afraid. It's possible. Because Mr. Museveni has been intimidating the judiciary for a very long time. So some will be afraid, whether it be for their lives. Others will think, well, I need a promotion. I'm now a high court judge. I need to be promoted to the Court of Appeal and perhaps to the Supreme Court. So what I hear Mr. Museveni say is what I should implement. We call on the judiciary to follow the law and not to be intimidated by Mr. Museveni and others like him. So our hope is that our colleagues will be set free so that their health can be managed better than where they are, and then they can face this bogus trial, and we believe they'll come out victorious, because they're not the first to have fabricated cases against them. Politicians, even before us, then you came on the scene. When you trace back all the way from Dr. Paul Kawanga Semogerere and others that have been challenging Mr. Museveni, they've always been persecuted this way. So it is not new, and we believe it will also crumble.